What's up?
Hello, sir. I'm Sergeant Oligney from the Sheriff's Office.
Not the city?
Nope, not the city. How are you today?
What can I help you with?
Could I see some ID from you, sir?
What did I do illegal?
Well, we have a county ordinance that prohibits camping in the park. And by the appearance of your vehicle,
Just the appearance of my vehicle?
by the appearance of the vehicle, shoes outside the car, all the windows covered, I think it would lead a reasonable person to believe that you were temporarily lodging here.
Well, I think you're being unreasonable.
All right, well,
My windows are not all covered.
yeah, actually they all are. And your shoes are stationed outside your vehicle. So I'd like to see some ID, please.
I think you're misinterpreting the law of camping.
All right, well,
What does it say exactly? Because it just camping? What's the definition of camping?
the county ordinance says that it would lead a reasonable person to believe that you are using
Okay.
the vehicle as lodging. So
Yeah,
I would
you're-
like to see some ID, please.
Yeah, what's a reasonable definition of
I'm
camping?
not going to sit here and debate.
That's what you're doing.
That's an idea for the court system, sir.
Okay.
I'm doing my job. I'd
Excuse
like
me.
to see some ID. No, you can
right.
stay right here.
Am I under detainment?
Yes, you are being detained.
Okay.
So
All
because
right.
of your detainment, I would like to see some ID, please.
All right. Well, I mean, I can identify myself. You didn't even tell me who you are.
Sergeant Oligny, right here.
Oligny?
Oligny, my badge number is 244. I'm with the
Sheriff.
Oligny Sheriff's Office.
And you're a field training officer.
Could I see some identification,
Okay.
please?
Well, I mean, yeah, my last name's Heinze.
Could I see an identification that identifies you, sir?
Oligney. Okay.
We can go round and round, or I can put you in handcuffs and I can take you to jail for the county ordinance violation.
Well, I think it's unreasonable for you to do that because I'm not camping. I mean, you want to take me before a judge and have the judge.
Can you can we not do this?
What do you mean? Well, you're approaching me
Because
I'm
you are
minding-
violating what I believe is a county ordinance.
Okay, I'm parked in the parking lot. I'm within the spaces, right?
You also have your
legally-
vehicle. You have all of your windows covered.
Okay.
You have part of your clothing outside of the vehicle, indicating that you are using this vehicle for your occupancy.
My clothing, okay. Yeah, you're using a very tight. Well, I mean, we can see what the prosecutor says if you want to charge me, I guess.
All I'd like to do, sir, is have a conversation. Know who I'm dealing with.
No, we're beyond conversation. This isn't just some friendly conversation. I'm detained.
You
right?
are.
All right.
While I
So,
investigate a county ordinance violation.
I invoke my rights. Oligney. I mean, I could tell you my name, sure. It's Heinze, like I said. You tell me your last name. I told you my last name.
What's your first name?
It doesn't sound so much like you want to you charge me.
What is your first name?
But if you do,
Travis?
I mean, I guess we'll have to
I
go
never
before.
want to charge anybody.
But,
what I'd like to do is usually part of my job is investigate who I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
And have a conversation.
I want to know who you are.
And encourage cooperation with the law.
Sure, yeah.
Investigate whether you actually are camping or not.
Okay.
And then if I make the decision that you're not violating the law, we can end the confrontation and I can move on.
Okay. Encourage cooperation with the law. How about uphold the law?
What is your first name,
You took
sir?
an oath, right?
What is your first name?
Okay. You see S? What's S?
What is your first name, sir?
Oligney, what's S?
I've identified myself
I'll tell you,
far enough that I need to
Okay.
under the policies of my sheriff's office.
and the Constitution.
There's no constitutional wording anywhere that
Fourth
says
Amendment.
that I have to identify myself.
Exactly, the Fourth Amendment.
You do, though, when I'm investigating an ordinance
All right,
violation.
well, I suspect you of committing a crime too, violating my rights. So I'd like to know who you are. Who's violating my rights, Oligney? What's your first name, and I'll tell you my first name.
Mr. Heinze,
Yep.
I'm looking
You're right.
for your first name and your middle initial and your birthday.
All I'm asking is your first name. Well, and yeah, I'd like to hear your birthday as well. I'm willing to exchange that information with you.
Okay. At this point, I've got you. You're now resisting.
Yep. Oh, yeah,
Because
I'm willing to
because
change.
under Wisconsin
You're resisting.
Law,
You're not.
Wisconsin law, you have when I have a right to
The
detain
authorities,
which I do.
you
have an obligation to identify yourself.
Yes, you do too. You have to tell me who you are.
I have identified myself.
I don't know.
We're
I don't
going
know
round
your
and
S.
round and round.
What is S? It's a simple question.
244.
It's a simple question. You got to get it back up so you can arrest me.
Yeah, that's what's gonna
Okay.
happen.
Okay. Well,
244. Could I get a second unit here? I've got a gentleman refusing to cooperate.
no, I'm willing to cooperate. I'm willing to exchange information. I want to know who you are.
Copy. Is there any units near Plamann Park available to assist 244?
Oh, yeah, get your sheriff. I think you're misinterpreting the law. This is going to go before the judge,
That's what
they're just going to drop it.
No, they're not.
They're going to drop this charge because you're going
You're
beyond.
resisting now.
No, there's a minimum for
Wisconsin statute
identification. I'm
946-41.
sorry.
You're from the state of Washington.
946-41.
You're not familiar.
Yeah, and the minimum is just tell your name.
I have told you my name.
No, you didn't. You know your full name.
Sergeant Oligny.
What's your full name,
I don't
Oligny?
need to tell you my
Okay, is
first
that going to
name.
be on the ticket? Whatever the charge? I
My
guess it's more.
identification will be on the ticket. Yes.
Okay, your badge number, your full name. You know, I got to be
And
able to
until
hear
you
this.
I
Because
can't-
how am I
I can't
going
even
to
issue
how am
the
I going
ticket.
how am I going to bring you before a court if I don't have your full name?
I'll make sure
And-
you appear.
I got to make sure you appear as well.
jail until you identify yourself.
I'm willing to identify who I am. This is my car.
244. I've got a male party here who's refusing to identify himself and cooperate.
Based on a false premise, too, on top of
Okay.
all of that. You're doing a
That's
warrant
what-
check
that's what
based
the-
on a false premise.
That's what the court is.
Yeah, that's for the court because we can't argue it on the streets.
No, we can't.
But we need to know who each other are.
244. I'm sorry, I'm getting talked over here.
Yeah,
Can you
we
repeat
need
that?
to know who each other is. Okay,
I've already
so
identified myself to you.
that's the minimum.
Code 3, please, for now.
Yeah, cool. Don't take your time. Okay. Yeah, we got all day. It's a nice Sunday to take it
Correct.
easy. All right. Well, I'd be sitting in jail over your failure to identify who you are. Do you have your body cam on? I don't
I
see
do.
any blinking
See the
lights.
red light?
Okay.
The red light
I'm
means
gonna
it's
need a
on.
copy of that. All right.
Which
For
you can-
the trial
Yeah,
because
you
we're
can-
looking at a trial. We're going to jail. How far is the jail from here?
15 minutes.
Okay. I gotta
And we'll
get
tow your
back.
car to secure your
Oh,
car
you're
for
gonna
you.
tow my car. It's legally parked.
But if it's left
It's-
here overnight, which they'll probably be.
I'm gonna be in jail tonight. Oh, I'm not
because
gonna. Is there a
right now
bond?
you're resisting.
You're resisting. What? I just need to know your name, and then I'll
I've told you
exchange your.
Sergeant Oligny for at least
I
the
told
fourth
you my
time.
last name, Heinze. How hard is that to get through to you?
What is your birthday?
Okay, let's hear your birthday, and I'll tell you mine.
I don't have an obligation to tell you my birthday.
And why is that?
You
Because-
do.
why is
because
that?
You
You
are
have a
under
Fourth Amendment.
investigation.
Yeah, and you're under investigation as well, in a way because you're violating my rights. I have
There's
civil
no investigation
rights.
right now.
I have civil rights.
I'm not under investigation. I'm conducting a law enforcement activity. You're not going back in the car.
Oh, you won't let me get back
No,
in my car?
you're
Okay,
not going back in
I'm
the car.
under arrest.
You're
Well,
detained, and I control your movement.
You can put me in cuffs right now and put me in the back of your
turn
car.
around.
Okay, all right, let me sit this down.
Oh, stop preaching.
All right. Yeah, you're taking it. You're taking it. This is escalation training for you. You're the training officer, and you're escalating this. Was I called in? Why are you showing up in the first place? Was there a complaint?
What I'm going to do now, sir, is safety lock these up so they don't tighten up.
Were you called? Were you called? Oligny?
Step over here by my car, sir.
All right. You make sure my stuff gets in my car too.
I'll secure your car for you.
No, I need the stuff inside my car. I can't do it overnight with things outside it.